Gentlemen, Brian Blitz here for another edition of Superstars of the Ring. With me, of course, is Surrey and Shire. Folks, this week we have some exciting breaking news. The Marc Brothers have regained the CCW World Tag Team Championship from the Dynasty.
Whoopee! But that is not the important story.
No,
what is important, even though the Dynasty was robbed of the titles, is what happened after the match. Samantha Steele making her re-debut in CCW with some mystery men. Of course, last week we saw her words, very strange interview indeed.
Yeah.
Where she was letting everyone know that she was going to release the darkness here in CCW, and that, they were going to take all the souls of CCW down. Well, I guess the first victims of Samantha Steele's new army is the Marc Brothers.
Well, evidently this is certainly what she meant when she said the darkness is coming. So let's go ahead and see that piece of footage right now.
Seems the Marc Brothers celebration party was cut short a little bit there.
Yeah, and it looks like they've got a new set of challengers on hand that's on the horizon for the Marc Brothers. So we're really going to be fascinated to see what happens there.
I definitely not want to be Ethan and Julian. First off, they've got the Dynasty breathing down their back wanting these, and now we have these new mysterious men with, Samantha Steele. And speaking of Samantha, she has been very kind enough to send us another interview here, and hopefully this one won't be quite as disturbing as the last one.
I don't know. Samantha Steele's interviews are starting to creep me out a little bit more and more every time. I'm not too sure about what she talks about here, but we'll see.
Well, let's face it, you were afraid of Samantha from the get-go. Now, let alone, we see the dark side of her personality, and, well, let's just let you peasants decide.
You know what? I had it good in Japan. I was running through competitors, one after another. I got all their belts. And then I heard CCW was talking trash about Samantha Steele once again. They think I'm a joke. They think everything I do is just for, oh, just funny. Oh, Samantha Steele, oh, SSW. Yeah, they thought I was just a big joke. Well, I'm going to show them. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to assemble an army of darkness. They have never seen anything yet. In Japan, I could wrestle for the men's belt, and I did win it. But here at CCW, they don't think that women should wrestle the men. That's fine, because I'm going to go ahead and get a nice army together. And you know what? The first belt we're going to go after? The tag belts. Because what better belts to have than two? Because we already have the women's belt. That's right. We have the women's belt. We're about to have the tag belts. We'll have the world champion belt. We'll have the light heavyweight belt. And just like these pictures, the souls of the SSW, they will burn up. They will perish under my army of darkness. So go ahead, be scared, be very scared, Ethan and Julian, because my army, they're #1 people that they're going after on the hit list. The Steel Soldiers, they're coming after you, just like this fire, and they will perish you. And you will burn. Your careers, your belts, your souls, they will belong to me. Everything in this corporation will belong to me. SSW will come and take over CCW, just as this flame is taking over them. SSW is real, and I will show you just how real it will and can be.
That was a bit disturbing.
I'm speechless.
It's like some sort of evil Wizard of Oz thing with her promos now. I swear, I don't know what it is. I guess her and her new colleagues are really looking to heat things up here in CCW.
Well, I hope she has fun in Oz. All right, Shire, let's talk a little bit about something we had last week, our little trip to the fair.
Oh, God.
Had a good time, didn't you?
Well, to be honest with you, Biscuits, no. One, you dirty little peasants, they scare me, they're disturbing. I swear I saw a man with 3 fingers running around with a Bible talking about, "You gonna die." They're creepy, they're fat, the food gave me indigestion. I mean...
It's great food.
I did not enjoy myself.
You didn't like the big turkey leg?
It gave me gas.
Yes,
But other than you know, all the dirty people, all the scary rides, and you know, just the carnies, they're disturbing.
What scary ride?
All right, look, I told you I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling, and that is why I gave you the $1, like we betted on.
You're safe. You made it fine. And yes, that $1 went to a very good cause. I promise you.
You know, speaking of which, I saw you playing the games, and you won your little sister another frog. Remember Mr. Hippie Hop here? There you go. Now you got a little froggy in your throat. Hope your sister enjoys it.
I think we already established how ugly this little thing was. And yes, much bigger, much more beautiful frog. She'll definitely appreciate that.
Unless
Keep
I
the
can.
Sims away from her. All right, folks. This week we're going to take a look at another superstar here in CCW, the modern-day enforcer, Scotty BIggs.
Ooh! Wait. Is this the match with Steven Styles versus the modern-day enforcer, Scotty BIggs?
Yes, it is. Thanks to Commissioner Marshall's open door policy with some of the other organizations, Steven Styles came in and challenged Scotty BIggs.
You know, Big Richard, I'll give him this, and we all know what a Big Richard he is. I'm still waiting on my paycheck for this week. That's why I said Richard. Anyway, Scotty BIggs and Steven Styles did have a match, but do we have the authorization of Buck Buchanan, the CEO and leader of the Dynasty?
We have the authorization of Commissioner Marshall.
That does not matter. That does not matter if we have anyone's permission here in CCW. We need the authorization of Buck Buchanan to show this. And as a matter of fact, I believe I'm going to go call Mr. Buchanan right now just to make sure he knows about this.
You go right ahead. Buck's not the host. I am.
I'm
Folks,
gonna.
let's go ahead and go to the action right now.
Showtime Mike Carney here, wrestling fans, with another live CCW event here. Southern States Champion, modern-day enforcer Scotty BIggs going up against Steven Styles. You can see he's taunting the crowd as Scotty BIggs here and messing with them and getting them a little riled up before the match. And Steven Styles taking advantage of that opportunity, and he's trying to get the crowd behind him. Going back and forth now, circling around, sizing each other. Scotty BIggs still messing with the crowd. Now we have a lockup, collar and elbow. Scotty BIggs pushes Steven Styles back into the corner. The referee starts to count. Scotty BIggs smacks him across the chest and then decides to take a moment to be a little arrogant and pose, showing off his muscles there. And locked back up, collar and elbow. Scotty BIggs kind of working around him. Did an arm twist. Another arm twist. Scotty BIggs is working over right now Steven Styles' arm. Steven Styles does a flip over, comes out, reverses the arm twist, and brings Scotty BIggs down to his knees. Fans, Scotty trying to get a hold of the ropes, but unfortunately, he's not able to. Steven Styles drags him in. On his behalf, Scotty unfortunately couldn't, at least. For those of us fans that don't care much for the modern-day enforcer's tactics, he's got him in a headlock, and yet the modern-day enforcer says to the ref that he's pulling his hair. I don't see him pulling his hair. As a matter of fact, there's no hair on the modern-day enforcer's head to pull that I think of. Scotty hits him in the side, throws him off the ring ropes. He springs off to Steven Styles with a shoulder block. A leapfrog from Scotty, going to a hip toss. No, reversed. Steven Styles with a hip toss of his own. And right now, Steven Styles with a drop kick. Steven Styles at this point is taken over on the Southern States Champion, and he rolls out to, I would guess, rethink and recover his thoughts as Steven Styles there goes over and claps his hands and gets a little cheer from the crowd as they're appreciating what he's doing this evening. It looked like Scotty threw some leaves or trash or paper or something into the ring at Steven Styles, showing a little aggravation. I guess if I can't hit you with my fist and my feet, I'm going to hit you with whatever I can. Scotty's still taking his time, walking around outside the ring. Fans, every Tuesday here on ccwrestling.biz, we do update the website and we bring you a brand new Superstars of the Ring. Don't miss out on each exciting week of that. Here's Scotty BIggs coming back in. No, and he does a neck wringer across the top rope. Scotty BIggs in now on Steven Styles. It looks like he's the European uppercut. Scotty Styles backs him into the corner. Oh, a loud chop that we could hear from our vantage point. Pulls him out and goes into a reverse choke there. Scotty BIggs very well versed in submissions and holds. You don't really see him do a lot, but he is really trained in that. Steven Styles tried his best again to kick up and come back with some force, throwing some punches into Scotty's stomach, but didn't work. Scotty with the roll up, trying to get a piece of the tights there of Steven Styles. Still he kicks out, only a 2 count. Scotty with a big body slam and holds him down for authority and then drops a massive elbow on him. Another pinning attempt for 2 for Scotty BIggs. Southern States champ not wasting any time trying to get these pinning attempts in on Steven Styles. He's trying to go ahead and end this match. Elbow to the base of the skull, and man, that knocked Steven Styles straight to the mat. Scotty picks him up. Looks like he's setting him up for a vertical suplex and holds him there for at least 10 or 12 seconds, letting the blood rush to his head before dropping him down. No, only another 2 count in the pinning attempt. Modern Day Enforcer looks to be getting frustrated. He's showing the ref 3 fingers for the 3 count. The ref saying, no way, you didn't get it. He said he kicked out. Scotty BIggs goes back on the attack here. Thumb to the eye. Ref didn't see it though. Right to the back. Oh, Scotty BIggs using nefarious tactics here. Scotty's waiting for his point of attack here as Steven Styles is lost. Scotty with a closed fist punch right to the jaw. And down goes Steven Styles for yet another 2 count, fans. Steven Styles showing very well in this match at this point. Unable to be taken out by Scotty BIggs as much as what Scotty has done. Scotty's got him down on the mat right now with, looks like, another reverse choke. He's laying down. The ref, though, can't quite tell from his vantage point. Up to a vertical base and a side headlock, and then Steven Styles comes out of it. Steven Styles with some fists on Scotty BIggs, taking BIggs down, but no, BIggs comes back with some of his own, fires him off the ropes.
Shire's such a tool sometimes.
Brian, Shire pulled the tape. Brian.
What?
We're on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, folks, I apologize for that. I guess we're not going to see the remainder of that match with Scotty BIggs and Steven Styles, and hopefully we'll figure out what happened, and in the future we'll be able to bring you that action. Very good match, 2 very talented superstars. In the meantime,
I'll tell you what happened. Mr. Buck Buchanan did not give authorization to anyone here that they could use this match. Buck Buchanan owns the Dynasty. He owns all the matches, and we will not show any of their matches unless Mr. Buchanan says so.
did he pay you for that?
No, he didn't. But Mr. Buchanan, I'll be more than happy to send this to you first class in the mail to your home in Austin first thing in the morning.
I'm disappointed, Shire. Deep in his pockets. Well, you go ahead and you mail that back to Buck. And
I can't help it. I like to associate myself with winners.
I can tell. Well, folks, while he's thinking about his winning attitude, next week we're going to take a look at the Marc Brothers and how they became the World Tag Team Champions. But like I said earlier, not so much that they won the belts, but what happens afterwards.
We will only show the match between Jonathan Douglas, Justice, the former and true Tag Team Champions here in CCW, against those Marc Brothers, But, you know, before the altercation with Samantha Steele and her new companions that will show, and the vicious assault that they did.
Very dark situation there. Also, we're going to be talking, we're going to have some information concerning the future Jonathan Wells, and also the debut of what's seemingly a very familiar individual.
What are you implying?
I didn't imply anything.
What are you implying? Are you implying that, you know, that man under that mask is someone that we all know and love? Is that what you're implying?
I've never seen him. I can't say for sure. So, folks, join us next week on Superstars in the Ring when we, Surian Shire and myself, will have all the information and all the latest news for the world of professional wrestling. Until then, we will see you at ringside.